The secret in the black hat. On a quiet street in a small town, there was a shop called Mr. Oliver's Oddities. The shop was full of strange items, old clocks, wooden boxes, glass jars with mysterious things inside, and a tall black hat on a dusty shelf. One day, Emma, a curious 12-year-old girl, walked into the shop. She loved exploring new places. Mr. Oliver, an old man with round glasses, smiled at her. "Hello, young lady," he said, looking for something special. Emma pointed to the black hat. "What about that hat?" Mr. Oliver's smile disappeared. "That hat is unusual," he said softly. "It belongs to someone who disappeared long ago." "Be careful." Emma felt a chill but was too curious to leave the hat. She asked, "Can I try it on?" Mr. Oliver hesitated, then nodded. "Okay, but remember, some things are better left alone." Emma put the hat on. Suddenly, the room grew dark. She heard whispers, like voices coming from far away. She turned to Mr. Oliver, but he was frozen like a statue. The shop looked strange, old and broken, like it had been abandoned for years. Then, she saw a figure in the corner of the room. It was a boy about her age, wearing old-fashioned clothes. "Who are you?" Emma asked, her voice shaking. The boy looked at her with wide eyes. "I'm Thomas," he said. "I got trapped here 100 years ago." "The hat is cursed." Emma felt her heart race. "How do we get out?" Thomas pointed to a golden key on the counter. "The key opens the door to the real world, but the shadow will try to stop us." Before Emma could ask what the shadow was, the whispers turned into loud footsteps. A dark shape moved toward them, its eyes glowing red. "Run!" Thomas shouted. Emma grabbed the key, and they ran to the door. The shadow was fast, but Emma was faster. She unlocked the door and pushed it open. Light poured in, and the shadow disappeared with a loud scream. Emma and Thomas stumbled out into the street. The shop behind them was gone, replaced by an empty lot. "Thank you," Thomas said, smiling for the first time. "I'm free now." Before Emma could reply, Thomas faded away like smoke. She stood there, holding the black hat. It was just an ordinary hat now. Emma smiled. She knew she had discovered a story. No one would ever believe, but she didn't mind. Some secrets were just for her. The empty lot stood where the shop once was. Emma looked around, her heart still racing. She couldn't believe what had just happened. She looked down at her hands, still holding the black hat. Suddenly, she heard a voice behind her. "You did it." She turned around to see a tall figure standing in the distance. It was a woman, dressed in dark clothes with a mysterious smile on her face. "Who are you?" Emma asked, taking a step back. The woman laughed softly. "I'm the keeper of secrets. I know what you've seen, and I know what you've freed." "Freed?" Emma asked, confused. "The boy, Thomas," the woman said. "He was trapped for 100 years. But now he's free because of you." Emma looked down at the black hat again. "But why me? Why did I have to do it?" The woman stepped closer. "Because you were the one who was brave enough to face the curse. Now, the balance is restored, and you've become part of the story." Emma's eyes widened. "Part of the story? What do you mean?" The woman smiled again, her eyes sparkling like stars. "Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But some stories never truly end. They live on, in the hearts of those who dare to discover them. You are one of those people now." Before Emma could ask anything more, the woman disappeared into the air like smoke, leaving behind nothing but the quiet hum of the town. Emma stood there, the weight of her adventure settling into her mind. The hat, now just an ordinary black hat, felt light in her hands. But she knew deep down that she would never forget the mysterious boy, the strange shop, and the secret she had uncovered. And as she walked away from the empty lot, Emma couldn't help but wonder, what other secrets were waiting to be discovered? The end.